Attention passionate Las Vegas Raiders fans, latest news, something big is happening in the AFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Las Vegas Raiders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Las Vegas Raiders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and LAS Vegas Raiders FANS. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, if you're a Raiders fanatic, you know how crucial every offseason move can be, and right now the buzz around the league is all about a potential blockbuster trade that could seriously shake up the AFC West. Rumors are swirling that the Raiders are in talks with the Detroit Lions for a significant trade involving a top-tier wide receiver. That's right, a move that could redefine the Raiders' offensive capabilities and shift the balance of power within the division. And trust me, this isn't just some idle speculation. Sources close to the team suggest that real negotiations are underway, with the Raiders looking to bolster their receiving core in a big way. Now, let's take a step back and look at what this means for the Raiders. Since moving from Oakland to Las Vegas, this franchise has been on a mission to establish itself as a true contender in the NFL. They've made some smart draft picks, invested heavily in their defense, and brought in key players to help Derek Carr, their veteran quarterback, elevate the offense. Yet one area that's been a bit inconsistent, especially in recent seasons, is the wide receiver position. Sure, they have some talented guys, but they need that game-changing, reliable target that defenses have to keep honest, someone who can turn short catches into explosive plays and stretch the field vertically. This potential trade with Detroit could be exactly what the doctor ordered. The Lions, on the other hand, are in a different phase of their journey. After a few rebuilding years, they're now focused on retooling and adding pieces that can help them compete more consistently. They've got a promising young quarterback, Jared Goff, who needs weapons to unlock his full potential and a strong running game. But adding a proven wide receiver from the Raiders could give them an immediate boost, even if it's just as a short-term solution or perhaps as a piece of a larger rebuild plan. The players involved, the draft picks, and the strategic moves are all still under wraps, but the chatter suggests that both sides see this as a win-win situation. The Raiders want to put more firepower on offense, especially with the AFC West getting more competitive each year. The Kansas City Chiefs continue to dominate with Patrick Mahomes and a high-powered attack, so if the Raiders can add that reliable receiver, it could be the difference-maker in close games. For the Lions, acquiring a talented wideout might be part of their larger plan to build a more complete team and accelerate their rebuild. Let's talk about some of the names that could be involved. While no official confirmation has come out, rumors point to the Raiders eyeing a veteran receiver who can bring leadership and production into the mix. Guys like DJ Chark or Marvin Jones have been floated around, but there's also speculation about the possibility of a younger, more dynamic player, maybe even a trade target that's currently under the radar. The Lions, for their part, might be looking to shed some cap space or acquire draft capital, which makes this trade even more intriguing. They could be targeting the Raiders' surplus of picks or a player that fits their immediate needs. This kind of move isn't just about filling a roster spot, it's about strategic planning, about positioning for the upcoming season and beyond. The Raiders have been building their roster with an eye on the playoffs, and a proven receiver could be the piece that pushes them over the top. Derek Carr, who's been their quarterback since 2014, has shown flashes of brilliance, but consistent weapons on the outside have always been a concern. Adding a receiver of high caliber would give him a much-needed target who can make plays in crunch time. Now, let's not forget about the broader NFL landscape. The AFC West, as always, is loaded with talent. The Chiefs, Chargers, and Broncos are all vying for supremacy, and the Raiders know they need to make bold moves if they want to stay competitive. This potential trade could be the spark that energizes their offense, making them a more dangerous team come playoff time. It's also worth noting that the NFL offseason is a constant chess match. Teams are always looking for that edge, that one move that can change everything. As for the fans, the excitement is palpable. Raiders fans are no strangers to bold moves and dramatic comebacks, and this trade rumor has them dreaming of a high-octane offense that can challenge the best defenses in the league. It's about making a statement, showing that the Raiders are committed to winning now and not just planning for the future. The team's front office has been strategic in their approach, and this move, if it materializes, would underline their intent to be serious contenders in the AFC. Looking at the history of the Raiders, they've always been a franchise that's not afraid to take risks. From the legendary Al Davis days to recent years with new ownership, the team has prided itself on a bold, aggressive style of play. This potential trade fits right into that mold, an all-in approach to build a team capable of competing on all cylinders. And for fans, it's a reason to be excited to stay tuned, because these kinds of moves can define a season. Of course, as with any rumor, we have to temper our expectations until there's official confirmation. The NFL offseason is full of leaks, negotiations, and last-minute surprises, but the fact that this story is gaining traction indicates that the Raiders are serious about making a splash. They're aware of the importance of upgrading their offense, especially in the passing game, which has been a bit inconsistent at times. A reliable wide receiver can open up the entire offense, giving Derek Carr more options, more space to operate, and ultimately leading to more points on the board. And let's not forget about the impact this might have on the division. The AFC West has become arguably the most competitive division in football, with teams constantly upgrading and pushing each other to new heights. The Chiefs remain the team to beat, but the Chargers are loaded with talent and are always in the mix. The Broncos, with their new quarterback and revamped roster, are also looking to make a statement. In this scenario, if the Raiders land a game-changing receiver, it could have ripple effects across the division, forcing rivals to rethink their strategies and making the AFC West even more thrilling to watch. Looking ahead, fans of the Raiders should keep their eyes peeled for updates. The offseason is a roller coaster, with roster moves, draft preparations, and coaching changes all on the horizon. But nothing gets the blood pumping more than the possibility of a blockbuster trade that can alter the course of a franchise. The team's front office has shown they're not afraid to make bold decisions, and this potential move could be just the beginning of a transformative period for Las Vegas. Now imagine the impact if this trade goes through. A receiver who can stretch defenses, catch in traffic, and make those spectacular plays that energize the crowd. Think about the kind of boost that would give Derek Carr, who's been a steady force under center but needs that extra weapon to unlock his full potential. The Raiders' offense could become a nightmare for defenses, a balanced attack that keeps opponents guessing and opens up opportunities for running backs and tight ends as well. In the bigger picture, this move would also send a message to the rest of the league. The Raiders are serious about winning, about reclaiming their place among the elite. It shows a franchise willing to invest in star power and strategic assets to reach their goals. And for the fans who have stuck with the team through thick and thin, it's a sign that brighter days might be just around the corner. The passion, the energy, and the desire to bring another Super Bowl to Las Vegas are all part of this ongoing story. Of course, all of this hinges on the final negotiations, the details of the trade, and how both teams see this move fitting into their long-term plans. But the fact that this story is even circulating speaks volumes about the direction the Raiders are heading. They're not just looking to tinker around the edges, they want to make a statement to shake up the league and show that they're ready to compete at the highest level. And for fans, that's what truly matters. Watching your team make bold moves, seeing the roster evolve, and imagining those game-winning plays, that's what football is all about. The excitement, the anticipation, and the hope that this trade, if it happens, could be the piece that finally puts the Raiders back into serious Super Bowl contention. It's these stories that keep the offseason alive, that keep the passion burning bright, and that remind us all why we love this game so much. So as we await official confirmation, keep your eyes on Las Vegas, on Detroit, and on the NFL news cycle. Because when this kind of movement happens, it can change everything, not just for the Raiders, but for the entire league. We're on the brink of what could be a defining moment for the franchise, and I, for one, can't wait to see how it unfolds. Will this be the move that propels the Raiders into a new era of success? Only time will tell, but one thing is for sure, the excitement is real and the future looks bright for the silver and black. And now, Las Vegas Raiders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Las Vegas Raiders. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Las Vegas Raiders news.